had some leftover boa after gluing it onto my witch's hat, and I thought, why not make a hat for Dolly? Oh, how cute. So today I'm going to show you how to make this tiny hat from start to finish. Let's go. So first I'll start by making my cone template, and I just grabbed a few dessert plates from my cabinet. You can just decide on how big or small you want the hat based on your pet's head, or maybe you want a tiny hat on your big dog, I don't know. So I used this dessert plate and this, small dining plate. So first I just start by tracing the plate onto a scrap sheet of paper. Ooh, that's my table. And then making the template is pretty easy. You just draw a line through the center of the circle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. That's not perfect. We'll do it again. Now I'll mark the center, so it should look something like this. Now I'm gonna measure about 1.5 inches on this curve to get a nice angle, and this will make more sense later. So I marked 1.5 inches there, and then I'm going to connect that mark to the center dot. So now we're just going to cut out our template. So now that we have our template, you can see how it's going to fold into a nice cone shape. So I'm going to take this template and trace it onto my foam and then cut that out so I'll have the exact same shape. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of glue and run it down the side here. This is where these nice clips are handy so that you don't burn yourself while you're trying to hold it. So while we're waiting for our cone to dry, we'll start on the base. And I just took a smaller dessert plate to figure out the base of the hat. And I cut that out, and then I've drawn a circle in the center that's about the same size as the circumference of my cone. So I'm just going to cut out this circle so we'll have a donut shape. Ooh, it cuts like butter. Great, so now you're ready to construct your hat. So before we put these together, I like to cut some tiny tabs on the rim of this hat. It'll just help secure it to the base. And I'm only cutting about 1 centimeter around each time. Now, on the other side, you have all of these little tabs, and that's where we'll be gluing. You certainly don't have to have as many as I cut. I kind of went crazy, but that's okay. So now we have our hat ready, and now we can add some embellishments. So I'm going to be using some excess boa from this nice boa that I have attached to my hat. And since this hat is so tiny, we don't want to crowd it with all of the boa, because what's the point? So we're just going to cut off a little piece, about, we'll say 1 inch. When cutting your feathers, you want to make sure you pull the feathers back as much as you can, or you'll just have a big mess. So now we have this little cute feather fascinator for our baby hat. From here, you can keep decorating your hat with some decorative ribbon or whatever you want, or you can just leave it like it is because it's pretty cute. But I'm going to add some. So now we're ready to add the elastic. That way it will stay on your pet. My dogs are kind of crazy, so they need some help. So I'm just going to glue it on one side and then kind of measure how long I need the rest of it to be. So this is my special little pig, Dolly, my pride and joy, and she is showing you the final product of this cute hat. Don't we look great together? So with one Chandelle Boa, we were able to make my hat, Dolly's hat, and these fabulous gloves. What more could we want? Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe The Feather Place. Happy Halloween from me and Dolly.